This gathering is an extremely important moment in our history. It's the first one, and hopefully more will follow as a result. So going back to your original question, what would I like to see as a result? I'd like to see the continuation of strengthening partnerships between communities, between our enforcement agencies such as the police as well as the prosecutors, continuing to collaborate with our judges and other members of the judiciary, and to also continue to educate and build partnerships with our political leaders so that they may also understand and fully appreciate what makes Hawaii so special, and that they will continue to support us in this very important work.
Well, getting the legislature's support for DLNR in general and for DoCare specifically is one of our greatest opportunities. I won't use the word challenge, but opportunities. And I think for today, at today's conference and beyond, I think the legislators are starting to look at not just kind of one-time funding of special items, but a way to sustainably finance this operation. And one of the ideas we heard, which makes a lot of sense, is have the users and the abusers pay and have that money go back into the system. That also creates an incentive for the enforcement officers because they know that their effort is going to come back in and support DLNR. So currently when there's a fine or a penalty, the reward or the impact of that is felt elsewhere. So an economist or even just a common sense analysis of that is we have to align the system so the incentives go back into building capacity. So I think we're headed in the right direction.
The adjudication process, I'm not going to talk much about this because David will get into some aspects of this later, and it's a little bit beyond me legally. But again, capacity in terms of support, administrative support in particular. The efficiency of the criminal process, restoring DoCare's asset forfeiture authority. Really key to this, right? Who's here in the middle, and Aaron Crouch, who was here yesterday, helped build this presentation. And before I start, I just want to say, well, this thing's on a timer. That's going to make it interesting. 20 minutes, right? I just want to say that my first course point, which is that we have to have a greater understanding of the harm of that, right? What does that entail? This is CFEU bust in Maui. This is significant. This is a
Oh, no, that's okay.
Right now, I think if you don't mind, Ken, I'll go back to Marty, because that's a little more linear and everybody knows.
Okay. As Chief Owa pointed out, I'm Brooks Tamae. I have worked for the Department of Land and Natural Resources now for 28 years. My first 12 years was with the department, some of that. So this afternoon, we're going to give you a quick PowerPoint on the Community Fisheries Enforcement Unit. Well, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to ask Kuhea to come up and share one of the projects that she's been working on.
Brooks, tell us what happened yesterday.
Well, the governor, through the chair, handed out commendations for everybody in the unit for all the hard work that they've done this past year, and for basically stepping it up, thinking out of the box, and getting the task done.
Could we ask you to come down and we're just going to do some live questions for a few minutes? Would that be all right? You guys have questions? Do you mind taking a seat? I know this is a surprise, but I think you can handle. I'm pretty sure you can. So any... Oh, no, that's okay.
Right now, I think if you don't mind, Ken, I'll go back to Marty, because that's a little more linear and everybody knows.